are
We are
live.
live.
Hey, this technology. Y'all can hear me?
Loud and clear.
I cannot hear you, guys.
Okay.
You
What
can't hear
is?
us.
I can hear you now.
Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Okay.
You can hear me?
I cannot hear Coach. I hear him talking. I cannot hear him.
Okay. I don't know what's up. Feluca talk, so she see if she can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
So you can't just hear me.
Coach, we cannot hear you.
But I can hear him.
You
I
can
can hear
him.
him too. I can hear
Yeah.
him. But it's like echo is in my own. I don't know how it will be.
Okay. I cannot hear him. Okay. All right, our viewers, thank you for joining us once again. We've been having not a problem, it's a challenge. And we are working through the challenge. We are here bringing you value again this morning. My name is Beatrice Onkware, streaming live from Atlanta, Georgia. And we are continuing with our book, The Science of Getting Rich, already in chapter 10. And the topic is the further use of the will. We talked about the will, and we're talking a little bit more about the will. So, before we dive in, I want my co-presenters to tell us where they're streaming from. And so, without wasting time, Ms. Faluke, you're up first.
Okay, yeah. Good afternoon from my side. Happy Sunday and the compliments of the season to all our viewers, those joining us on this session today, and those that will be watching the replay right there after. Yeah, by way of introduction, my name is Foluke Adebayo. I'm originally from Nigeria. Today, I'm streaming live from Manitoba, Canada. I'm mom to 3 children. By education, I am an accountant. I work as certification officer. And on the side, I run this digital business to supplement my household earning. And if you are watching us at the moment, do not touch the dial. Just stay there because you are certainly going to get value that would help you to transition from whatever you're doing currently to becoming an entrepreneur, leveraging a very simple and easy to use automated system. So don't touch the dial, stay with us, and you'll certainly get value. With that, I give it back to our hosts.
Oh, you're muted again.
Are you muted, Beatrice?
Yes.
Miss Juliet, you're up next. Yes, I was muted.
Okay. Yeah, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, our viewers, wherever you're watching us from. My name is Juliet. I'm originally from Nigeria. I have 3 wonderful children. I'm married, and I am doing this wonderful online digital business, and I am a successful mompreneur. So I give it back to my wonderful professor.
Thank you so much. Coach, you're up next.
My name's Dismas Ndiga. My friends call me DC. I am originally from East Africa, via Nairobi, Kenya. And my family resides in Atlanta, Georgia. I am a road warrior. Right now I'm in North Carolina. And I am also a proud digital business owner. And I'm happy to be here back at you, our wonderful, wonderful professor.
I cannot hear you. I'm assuming that you're done because I don't hear you talking again.
Wow.
Okay. The topic, the further use of the will, as the writer Wallace Waddle speaks, he's saying that the will is not forced. It's not grinding, chasing, or stressing. The will is your power to stay focused on the vision God placed in your heart. He further teaches that the will is used for holding the mental image not for controlling people or outcomes. We don't use will to make things happen. You use it to refuse distractions. You use it to stay grateful when results delay. And you use it to stay faithful when nothing looks like it's working. We'll stop right there and go to our first question. Our first question goes to you, Ms. Foluke. Is it okay to tell people? Let me open it up. My computer went to sleep. Okay, is it okay to tell others of your financial troubles? Yes or no, and explain yourself.
Okay, that's a very wonderful question. Thank you so much for that question. Is it okay for me to share my financial struggle with people? Okay, personally, discussing financial issue with people, I need to be mindful of who I'm discussing such with. There are some people that when you discuss such with them, they kind of bring you down. They don't have any word of motivation to encourage you. That it's just like a challenge and not a problem. Personally, I don't discuss such with people, but I'll just I attempt the question generally. Yeah, it doesn't mean that when you're discussing a financial issue with people, like I rightly said, you have to be mindful of the kind of people you discuss with. If you discuss financial issue with somebody that on their own they have this poor mentality, they will kind of expand the problem and make it and make you feel like it's really a problem. But when you discuss financial difficulty with somebody that is rich in mind, even though the person is not like so financially buoyant as well, but the person would be able to advise in a way that is not a problem, but in the real sense of it, you can always work around it. So discussing financial difficulty, most times it reinforces poverty mindsets, because you will be seeing yourself in that state of not having money. You would not kind of see yourself that, oh, you are more than this. Because financial difficulty, to me, I see it as something that is temporary. The fact that somebody does not have money today doesn't mean the person cannot have tomorrow. But when you discuss it, you allow it to overwhelm you, then it's kind of you are like kind of reinforcing poverty mindset, and which is I don't agree to such a thing. Even though you don't have so much today, you are financially down. What are you kind of doing to make the situation better? Because to me, that is what I feel is most important. If you are in a challenging situation financially today, yet no meaningful effort, no meaningful step that you are taking to improve on that situation, then sooner or later there's going to be a crisis. But if somebody is financially down, but you are taking steps towards, bettering your life, maybe advancing yourself, looking for a business you can do, then there is hope of things getting better. Even if it's to go as far as getting a loan to start something, or borrowing money to start something, that is when you can turn the situation around. But when you discuss financial problem with people for the purpose of getting their sympathy, attracting sympathy instead of solution, then the person is not making any headway. Because the person you are discussing it with, they will just sympathize with you. Hey, this, that. Yet, no meaningful solution, no advice on the way forward. And it kind of keep the mind, it makes the mind to kind of center more on the problem rather than looking at what is the solution that I can provide to this and be able to be a better person in few weeks from now. So having said all that, I will just link it back to the business a little bit, right? I've had opportunity to have conversation with people, maybe leads, right? In fact, there was a time I had a buyer. Her mindset from this time I started engaging with her totally puts me off. When she made the statement that she want to get refund, I did not even stress myself about her, because she's of a mindset of somebody that, believes that she cannot do it. So when people like that, when they are in financial situation, it's not as if they don't have the money. It's not as if they don't have what it takes. But because they just feel that I cannot do this thing, I cannot be more than this, I cannot stress or stretch myself beyond this, then such a people will continue to be in that cycle of repeated financial challenges. Compared to somebody that, even if they don't have the money, I've seen people that have started this business not having the money, but they seek other means of getting started, just because they know that if they continue to discuss their financial problem with people, it will not bring any solution. But what is that step that they can take in order to come out of it and have a better and more promising future? So, like I said, personally, I don't discuss the financial issue with people, but if need be that it should be discussed, then it should be discussed with people that can encourage you, people that can help you step out of that seemingly crisis that you are in at the moment, people that can tell you and advise you that even if you are financially down today, it is still not the end, and encourage you to take steps and action that would lead you into a better situation and take you out of that financial crisis. So with that being said, I think I give it back to you, our host.
Thank you so much for elaborating that. Even the writer says you're not supposed to be sharing, because when you do, like you just said, it will put you in that environment and you don't want to be there. Coach, I want you to talk about the same question, but with Jesus' words that he says, "Let the dead bury the dead." How do those words match into "Don't tell others about your financial troubles"?
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I like even how Feluke explained what she explained. I love that. And the key thing, in fact, before we started this, there was something we were discussing, and we said we're going to talk later, and part of what we're about to talk about, it will be almost connected to what we'll talk later in details. Because what happens is this. First, let's go into a few things that we need to learn why Jesus said that, so you can understand from the law perspective. There's a couple of laws that are in play. Part of the law is called the law of vibration, which most people understand as the law of attraction, or the law of sowing and reaping. So in vibration, it simply means everything has a frequency. That's how it's measured. It's measured in frequency. So either the frequency will be high frequency or it will be low frequency. Things that you want most of the time, things that have value, are of high frequency. Things that don't have value, they're of a low frequency. So when you're doing things like praise, gratitude, those are high frequency. When you go into low frequencies, you are going to places where you're blaming, you're looking at limitations, those are low frequencies. The challenge of, let's say, for instance, even yourself, because we are creatures of habit, we've been conditioned to live in a very low frequency without understanding. If in a low frequency, it's also very hard for you to match with the things that are high frequency. So even though you might have very good intentions, for instance, we want to win in the business, we want to have more leads, we want to have more buyers, we want to have more distributors who come into our business. And literally what is hindering, you could think and look at it and say, oh, these leads or these buyers or these distributors are coming, they're not good. And that from one aspect is true. On another level, that you're seeing is also a product that is revealing where your consciousness, the frequency that your consciousness is in. So unless you change that frequency in your consciousness, you will still get the same results, because it's almost just like a mirror. It reflects back to you what your frequency is. And now when it reflects back, it shows back as a substance, as a something that you can behold and hold as a buyer, as a no good buyer or a good buyer, good distributor. All those are just effects of the frequency that is happening at where? At your conscious level. Now, habitually, we are always on a low vibration. A lot of us did not grow up understanding exactly what I'm saying, so that we can understand no matter what. The fact that the Bible is telling you walk by faith, not by sight, is because of this frequency thing. Because if you're walking by sight, then you're going to be on a lower frequency, and yet you want things that are on a higher frequency. So, for instance, Jesus is telling you, don't go tell anybody, because most people who knew you prior to the change that has happened to you will still be remembering you from your prior. Even when there was a healing over you, they still see you as sick. So even when you tell them you're healed, they're easy to pull you back and put you back to your old frequency of sickness. Now, when you talk to problems, you talk about your problems or problems, money problems. Guess what is happening to you? When you talk about them, you enter the frequency of what you're talking about. So going to discuss with the people, the more you're discussing, it's almost like the more you're adding fertile for you to be abundant in poverty. Because what are you talking about? You're talking about poverty at that point. Your money problems is your poverty. So until you understand the first of the beginning of everything is that what are you bringing to your consciousness in the invisible part of it? Until you get to understand clearly that number one thing that makes a difference in your mind or in your life is that you have to bring this thing that you want as if it's already happened, your own consciousness, with a conviction that is I'm not. You see the difference of saying I will become a and saying I am a is big difference. I will become a, or I'm trying to, I'm or I have a desire to be a 6A. I'm giving an example of a milestone in our business, right? And the fact that you can say I am already a 6A, those are two different consciousness or two different frequencies. So if you're talking about something that you don't have, which on a physical level, on a physical left side of our brain, that makes sense because we haven't achieved it yet. On a spiritual plane, where the causal happens, that means that is the biggest sabotaging thing that you'll be doing to yourself, because you will never be given what you don't have. You're only given what you have. And it becomes abundant the more you become abundant in what, especially this that is in the invisible. So understanding the fact of talking about what you don't have increases what you don't have. It doesn't change, because in your logic side, you think if I talk to people, you can have sympathy on me and have understanding how I'm struggling. And yet, that is the worst thing that you've done for yourself, because the more you stay in that frequency, the more you'll never change your situation. So that's why you have to understand you cannot talk about those things. That let's say that's the quote the Bible Jesus was giving you. Let the dead bury the dead. What the dead message? That's a dead message. Let that dead message bury itself. You use your attention and focus on what you want, because from the aspect of a spiritual, you have to become the thing that you want to produce. Without becoming that thing completely in your mind, that's why God blessed you with something called imagination, because imagination is what gives you the substance of the thing. So in other words, when you even understand when we say you have to have gratitude, gratitude is the evidence of your faith. And faith is a substance of things that you cannot see. So if you don't have that substance already in you, that it's already a complete thing, you will battle, you'll wrestle, you will be in that desert. Even if you get the thing, it will have to disappear because it is not grounded in you. So that's the fact that you have to understand. Talk what you want, think about what you want, feel what you want. The feeling of fulfillment of what you want is really the shortcut to having that thing. The more you take your mind off of what you think you don't have, because that's the illusion of your belief. Remember the seven primal drivers that when he was talking about it, he said the belief determines what kind of thoughts are gonna come inside of you. Those thoughts are gonna determine how you're gonna feel. The emotion is gonna determine what actions or not actions you're gonna take or not take, and the actions will determine the results. Those results will either reinforce your beliefs or will create you a new belief. So you can see. So the beginning of the story is you gotta change the belief. You gotta change that belief to only see in the invisible and possess the invisible and now be one. So in your talking, in your thinking, and in how you're feeling, you will be one. Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me? I think I'm
Network,
back. The
network.
network.
Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
yeah.
Okay. So the key thing is to understand at a belief level, you have to live almost in your dream or live in the invisible place so that you can have the frequency of what you want to produce. So think, talk, and be about only the frequency of what matches what you want. And that's why you cannot talk about what you don't have. Because the talking of is the giving attention to. Wherever your attention goes, you're breathing or you're focusing on, you're breathing life to that thing. So the question is, if you're talking about your money problem, is that what you want to have? If it's not, take your attention off of it. Your attention is literally where your sowing is. And using your imagination is literally what gives you the possession or the receiving. So that's why you cannot dwell, you cannot use your own mind to keep it on problems, no matter what the type of problems are, because that's not the results that you want. Because at one level, it's also the cause that will be an effect later on in your life. So I hope I've painted the picture right so you can see with the law of vibration and understanding how it actually works and why every spiritual practice it is faith based, because you have to use your imagination to see and only feel what you want to see in that, because in the spirit world there's only one world, which is called now. There's no tomorrow, there's no yesterday. Is what you feel now is your prophecy for tomorrow. So in this now, if it's not won, WON, spelling it backwards, and that's what your mind dwells on, then at that point you are the only witch that is witching you. At the end of the day, you're the biggest witchcraft. You're playing the biggest witchcraft on yourself by the thoughts and the feeling that dwell on your mind. And with that, I give it back to you.
Beatrice, yeah, I think coach is done.
Yeah, he went preaching.
Honestly.
You are the one that tell him to preach now, so he
I
preach.
know.
Oh, you could
All
hear me.
right. Thank you so much for that addition.
She
Okay.
can't.
Miss
Can she
Juliet,
hear me
you're up
now?
next. Why do people remain in poverty then? You know, please elaborate according to our book today.
Okay, according to Juarez, he teaches us that poverty is merely caused by laziness, lack, and lack of opportunities, because many people see opportunities, they look at it like something that is strange. Some people don't want to run with opportunity. When you, like, we present this our business to some people, they look at us and say, I'll just go and start online. I don't know those people. I will just put my money or put my resources there. You understand? Some people see that opportunity, they don't take it. Instead of them to take the opportunity, they better remain poor. That's what they want, because they stay in their mind, mental and emotional connection to competitive. They want to just they think, they don't even want to think in a certain way. Their ways, the way they think is different from the way you that will see opportunity and run with it is different. So they are only, what they do, many people believe in, if someone win or lose, some of them believe that there is not enough to go around. Like, some people will tell us that, you people have been in that business, you have been making it, if I come now, there's no people for me. That's not true. They say, everybody have collected the remaining people. No, that's not true. So opportunity are not scary. So most people look at it as scary stuff, but we that take the action, we are not looking at it as scary stuff. We look at it as an opportunity for us to better our life, because we live back in Africa, where we are coming from. It's not bed of roses there. So we cannot come here and expect that we'll just pick everything from the floor. Like before, we used to look at it and say, maybe people that are living there, they pluck money from the tree or they pick it on the way. But now that we have been here, we have seen it. We work 3 4 jobs so that we can able to survive. But right now that we are doing this business, we are seeing what we are seeing because we take the opportunity. So this is your mindset. Your mindset keep, some of them, their mindset keep them afraid of starting new things, afraid of growing, afraid of trying something new. So for you that you are not afraid, you go ahead and try it. You say, better still, if I try it and I win, it's for me. If I try it and lose, I move on, because anything you are doing in this life is, I would say, is like trial luck. You have to try before you know if your luck is going to come out. So it's like coach telling us about the ad stuff. Most of us, our mind has been messed up. That's why when we put ad there, once we see the lead, we will just conclude because of their facial look and the way the person is talking. But sometimes those people that you look like that, those are the people that do the business, because some of them will just come, want to try your faith and see how you go with them. But if you don't know how to answer them, then it's like you have lose them. So, and again, the focus of lack instead of opportunities, instead of possibilities, most of them, that is why they remain in poverty. When somebody constantly thinking of, how do I pay my bill, I have debt, the prices, what they do or what they don't have, they are just putting their mind on those things. That cause them to feel more lack instead of looking for solution. They don't want to go for solution, they just want to be in that lack. So what else teach us that you cannot create abundance while your meta, let me say, your meta living, you are living in scarcity. Like, instead of you living in abundance, but you're always living in scarcity, you're always saying, I don't have, I cannot do this, this person has taken all of them, what am I going to get? That is scarcity, because you are living in scarcity. You have to move past scarcity. But people work very hard, but they don't learn any new skills. Many people do that. And some of them, they don't improve on their thinking. They don't want to grow. Some of them don't want to even change. They don't even want to change, take any approach of changing the way they behave, changing the way their mindset has been messed up, living from the negative side to the positive side. If you tell them something, they will tell you, they will want to take you back to that negativity. So the only thing you can only do, even if you work hard, it does not mean that that hard work you are working will create the wealth for you. it will not even create the legacy for you. The only thing you have to do is to do the right thinking plus doing the action. When you think properly, then you take action. If you don't take action, you will still remain there. That's why you see our grand coach will say, my coach that is here will say, how you do one thing is how you do the other, do the rest of the thing. Then Coach Ginger will say, how did she always put it to, something change. I don't know. Coach, help me out with that. that that
Just say one word so I can remember which one you want to say. Because she has a lot
uh,
of quotes
nothing changes if
until you
nothing
change.
changes. I
Yes,
don't know.
yes. Nothing
Yeah.
changes unless you change, and nothing changes
if
until you
uh,
change.
nothing changes if nothing changes. So you have to change. If you don't change, it's not going to change. You are going to remain like that. Some people look at it, money is evil. As they used to say, the money is the root of all evil. No, money is not the root of all evil. It's people that don't have money that is saying that. If you have money, you will not say money is the root of all evil. And people are saying, some of them will say, rich people are greedy. They are not greedy
Mm,
because they ask for more because they want to keep legacy for their generation to come. That's not greediness. And people also like to say, I don't have somebody to put, like the man by the pool of Bethesda. I don't have somebody to put me inside the pool when Jesus was asking,
mm,
do you want to be healed? Instead of him to say, yes, I want to be healed, then he's
mhm.
saying, I don't have somebody to put me there. That is what many people do. So this belief silently block your progress, because once you believe on those things, it will block all your progress. There's no way you will do that. So that is why Wallace say we have to do things in a certain way. You have to think in a certain way before, when you think in a certain way, things started coming out clearly for you, act effectively, use what you have now to get what you want. Then take constant and stay consistent, and also propose your action. You have to take action. So people remain poor when they don't when they don't want to take action. They don't want to look at their condition, that this condition is not favoring me, I have to move past it. They are delaying doing anything they are doing. They don't want to they don't want change to they don't want to change. Like, as my coach says, you have to change before things will change for you. So in a nutshell, I would say poverty continue when your mind stay in competitive aspect. Like, you want to be competitive with everybody, you want to do competition with everybody. Fear, old belief. Wealth begins with thinking and also shifting your creation and learning how to take action. So if you want to have that wealth, that legacy, you have to think right, you have to take action, and you have to do it effectively. If it's today you see this ad and you see, these things these people are talking, it resonates with me, take action. Go to the website, put your name there, put your email, tick it, pay what you need to pay, and get your access fee, and start running your own. Thank you. I give it back to our wonderful professor. I know she's not here.
Wonderful. That was a very good answer. You brought it very well, and we like that
What do
answer.
you mean he's not here? I'm here.
We can see you.
Your
I
window
can
is
hear you.
closed.
My window is.
Your win-
I'm here.
your window is closed. We can't see you.
Okay, we'll ask us the next question then.
I don't know
We can
why.
just we
I'm
can hear
here.
you.
There's
What?
technical issues today. Coach, the
Yeah.
last question is yours. It says an ounce of doing things is worth a pound of just theorizing.
Okay, fantastic,
If you
fantastic,
can
fantastic.
expand on that, please.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I take that one, and I like how this he puts it very well. An ounce of doing things, an ounce is smaller than a pound of theory, because we have not arrived at a point where you can just use your mind and the thing becomes. We haven't gotten there yet. Maybe at some point, humans will get to a point where they can only speak and they don't even need no action. Their word will be full like the word of the Father, because the Father just speaks and it becomes. So us, we are not there yet. So if you have a big dream and you're dreaming and dreaming and dreaming, and you don't put actions towards that dream,
Mm-hmm.
it remains just a dream. I've had people who have, when you listen to them, and that's why I call us three different people that I call these three people. I say one of them, I call him is the jawbone.
Okay.
Now the thing about the jawbones, they talk. They will talk nice. You will say this person is going to the moon and back. The only challenge with the jawbones is that they don't back their talking with what the writer is saying here. They have so much theory and they can only say, talk, 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 no action. So he's telling you, at this point, he's clearly telling you, it is better for you to not only theorize all that theory, if you don't put at least an action to it, it's dead. The other persons you're going to meet where this is very strong for them to understand the ounce of doing is better than the pound. It's worth. It has more worth because it's gonna produce more. Is when you meet these people called wishbone. They will tell you, I wish, I wish, I wish, I wish I win. I wish I win. I wish this business would do this. I wish this. I wish this. I wish life would be better. And yet they never have the goals to go out there to put it into behavior so that they can do. And wishbones, most of the time, even if they start doing something, as soon as they run into the first barrier, they're running away because they wish it just was easy. They never wish they would be better. They never wish to work on them together to become the person who can actually do the thing. So the truth of the matter is, the Bible is clear. You can have all the faith you want to have, and that if that faith doesn't have actions, your faith is dead. So here is the writer just quoting that to tell you, have the faith and then have actions. What really makes the difference is when that faith is put to action. So that's what I would say about that topic. So it is better to be a person of action. You have big dreams and then put actions to it than just have big dreams and talk, 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 talk. Nothing is going to change until your talking is met with action. So with that being said, I give it back to you, our wonderful host.
Thank you so much. I started hearing you for whatever reason.
Huh.
So, thank you. We have come to the end of our session, and we're just grateful that viewers, you've been with us. You've been with us the whole year, and we have come to the end of this session. And actually, this year's sessions, we're going to come back January 5th, correct?
5th. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So for right now, we are just hoping that you've been getting value, that your life will be changed just as much as ours have changed. So with that, Ms. Juliet, can you finish by telling our viewers why we come every day, please?
Yeah, thank you, Professor, for giving me the time to close everybody up. Yeah, my name is Juliet. So I'm back again to tell you guys, my friends and our viewers, we've already said what we want to say. We don't have to add anything. It depends on you. You have to take action. Because my grand coach said, if nothing changes, if nothing changes. So you have to take action. You have heard us from January till now. If you don't change, I don't know which year you are going to change. But if you are ready to change, this is our website here. Put your name, your email, then there's a little box beside it. Tick it for you to acknowledge that you want to watch the free webinar, not you are not paying for it. After watching it, then you can take action. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to call any of us here ask the question, we are going to answer you. Then come inside and join us. As Mama Ego will say, the taste of the pudding is in the eating. So you have to come and test before you know how it is. And see the way we are glowing, we are shining. When we started, we are not like this, but right now you can see the difference. So if you want to take action, take action, so we can take you through your baby step. And as the family of egos don't leave their kids behind. So we are going to take you step by step till you succeed. That is what I have for you today. So thank you guys, our Nigeria people. Una do well o, make una join us o for this business o. Una know say we don tell una say na alone una go fit save una family, no be us. So if you take action, you join us, wahala no dey. If you see say you no wan join us, no problem. We dey here. Next year, we go come back on the 5th of January. So una fit still join us. Thank you guys. I give it back to my wonderful professor.
No wahala. So thank you so much again, our viewers, for being with us the whole year as we are taking a break for the holidays. We also wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year until we meet each other again on the 5th of January. So from the studio,
Bye bye.
Ciao, 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 ciao. Mm.
thank you, thank you.
The session